and welcome, Virgo, to your December messages. So keep in mind these are collective in general. So receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Never give your power away to a reading or an outcome. Remember, you are a conscious creator and you shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. You can also check out your moon rising and Venus signs for more messages or if this one did not resonate with you. Okay. I feel like for you Virgos, it's kind of been a tough year. And some of, for most of the spreads that I'm doing in December, there is kind of a reflection on the year. And it looks like December, there's going to be quite a bit of releasing happening for you. Okay. The holiday energy can bring up grief. It can bring up loss. It can bring up emotional wounding. It can bring up inner child wounding. There's a lot that can come forward here. But I feel like there are things happening for you in December that are creating a catalyst for you to release and create space and kind of put things to rest, okay? Or again, grieving it's a process, right? Like it's not something that can be rushed or really controlled, right? But it does feel like there is a painful cycle that is ending for you in December, which is nice to see. We start out with transition tapestry. Embrace the beauty and growth inherent in times of transition, threaded transitions. So you're finding the beauty in the changes that are happening. You're finding ways to let go, like this river's just flowing, right? You're finding inspiration. There is contrast, right? There's light and there's shadow, and it's something that you're learning from and being inspired by. And in some ways also being, feeling a sense of relief with this. So these old energies, densities, mindsets, things that have maybe collected throughout this year or throughout your lifetime to this point, you're ready to let go what doesn't serve you. And that's what's really kind of powerful here. You have Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. And where's that strength coming from? It's your mind. You have the pig spirit energy. Use your mind wisely. What we focus on, we bring about. What we focus on, we see. What we focus on, sometimes we make real, whether or not it's an illusion or not. Our brain is that powerful. Our mind is that powerful. So be aware of how you're speaking about yourself, your life, your truth, and where you're focusing your thoughts, because that can definitely be generating more challenges or more densities and difficultness, right? If you're not focusing your mind in the direction that you want to move in, okay? We do have, when it comes to the tarot, the High Priestess in reverse. I don't flip my cards over, they flip over by themselves. So with the High Priestess in reverse, there's something hidden, some sort of secret. Maybe you have felt intuitively blocked. That will be clearing in December. Some sort of secret will be revealed. Someone will express something, or your intuition will reveal something to you. Be paying attention to your dreams. It could be like if your crown chakra was blocked, that might be opening up. You could be becoming more intuitive here because you have the sun energy. The other message is make sure you are, getting enough sunlight, right? Especially if you're moving through really heavy emotions, and there's a lot of contrast here in December and probably has been throughout the year. So you are finding intuitive strengths. Clearing your energy is going to be important. The other message with the High Priestess in reverse and the sunshine is just be aware of ego-based spirituality, because ego-based spirituality, yes, we're humans, we have ego, I get it. But be aware of people that are putting themselves on pedestals, or even yourself, balancing out your ego, right? Is going to be important here. So use your discernment, right? Be gentle with yourself. Make sure you're getting fresh air. Make sure you're getting sunshine. In your relationship, we have the Two of Cups, which is beautiful. This is a vibrational match. This is a blessed and healthy and beautiful relationship. For some of you, somebody could be traveling to you. It could be a friend. It could be a partner. You could already be married or in a relationship here and things. There's a lot of passion. Okay, there's a lot of passion coming through here. Maybe a partner's going to surprise you if you've been stressed, throughout the year. Maybe they're going to surprise you with some sort of holiday or getaway or some sort of gift that really is going to be a relief for you. You're going to be grateful for something like that. But the Knight of Wands energy represents short-term travel, something spontaneous, something fun. Some of you, again, someone could be traveling to you here. It just kind of, there's all these different messages coming through that. But there's being supported, there's harmony, there's love within the connection. And, for some of you, yeah, it's like you need a little getaway, or you need like a trip to the spa or something like that. And I feel like your partner is going to be bringing that to you. For others of you that are single, perhaps you're magnetizing someone in December. And that's where there's like this contrast, where there's like the release of things that aren't serving you, There's moving through some grief, some heavy emotion, some fear. Okay, I just burped, and that represents releasing fear. So, and just being supported and loved and held, because we do have the 10 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So there is this ending of a painful cycle, right? It could just be like, with your career, maybe it's been very draining, in December, and it's just kind of getting to the end of things. But I feel like there's someone who's very protective of you here with the Knight of Swords energy. You see there's that, like, it's pretty intense, right? So it could be that you're kind of in that energy and you're protecting your boundaries. Maybe you are cutting somebody out of your experience that's not healthy, that has been, causing a lot of challenges or stress for you. It could be that, you just speaking very clearly, setting boundaries, or it could be your partner being very protective, of your connection and of your relationship. And there's healing. We have the Three of Swords, but this is the after tarot. So the swords are out and there's healing happening here. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which things are shifting and changing. So you're releasing the densities, you're focusing your mind on what is, most important for you. You're receiving this love and support. And if you don't feel like you have that love and support, reach out to those that are vibrational match, people that love you unconditionally, right? That's something that's really important here. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So, something that was really bothering you, something that was really draining, something that was just a painful cycle, it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end in December. And then things are moving forward for you. And it could be that, perhaps you were stuck in the past. We've let go. For some of you, we have let go of your ex completely, so you can truly welcome new love into your life. That's for those of you that are in single energy. But it could even simply be just like things that are energetically draining, or the stress of the holidays, or things like that, where you're just kind of releasing that. You're not interested in, maybe check out Capricorn's reading, actually, because that came through really strong. You're not interested in people pleasing anymore. You're not interested in, everybody else's fulfillment, but you're focusing more on yourself, or you're focusing more on your relationship. You're focusing on your healing and what, protecting your peace and what feels good for you. And then things are moving forward in a really favorable way, right? And you're also kind of being shown like where your energy leaks are, any habits or routines that aren't serving you, and you're releasing those and also like any thought patterns, like limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Like that's something that is also being released here. But it's like, the ending of a cycle, there's a new beginning with that beautiful Wheel of Fortune. You've got lots of love and support here. Your strengths are really shining through, and you could be a beacon for others with like your ideas about how you want to navigate the holidays. You could have these new ideas that are not necessarily traditional, right? And might be, a little bit upsetting to others, but like you're doing things in a way that it almost even feels like generational healing is happening here, right? That's another message that's coming through here. So you're releasing what doesn't serve, and you're embracing what does, and you're embracing the people, that are in your experience, and bringing about happiness and joy and support, like unconditional love and support. And I know this year, Virgo, like a lot of healing has been centered around you receiving unconditional love, not conditional love. So there's been a lot of healing, and it just feels like there's that moment of you consciously making the choice not to continue like toxic patterns, and instead to choose differently for yourself. And that creates a beautiful shift in your experience. Now, when we get into the love angels, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So some of you, you're already with that person and you're definitely feeling that. And again, there's a lot of passion. Like you might be feeling very passionate. You actually might be feeling, again, there's this sense of you also embracing the contrast. So you might be moving through some things that are challenging, but also feeling yourself at the same time and feeling good and feeling passionate with your partner, right? So like there's some alchemizing happening there. There's a balance that's kind of happening there. But there's also this energy of like really melting into each other, loving each other, supporting each other, romance. Some of you calling this in. You might have the opportunity, for those of you that are single and have been stuck on an ex or a situationship, releasing that and not living in the past anymore, but opening up for a new love. And you could be calling that person in. Of course, you use your discernment. But again, there's so much power within your thoughts. So affirmations, focusing on what you want to create, even like writing things out like that you want to bring into your timeline, really, really powerful. Also receiving that love and support. Again, I feel like those of you that are in partnership, you're with your person and they are very protective of you, especially if you are feeling more vulnerable or, just moving through some things, as many are in December. So for those of you that are looking at, okay, when am I going to attract in a potential partner? We have on your timeline springtime coming through. Okay. So, it's not too far away here. So it's something that you could be clearing the way for. Now, that true love, if you're already with your true love and the springtime energy, it could be a true love career. It could be, a soulmate energy in the form of a pet, right? But it is this new love that is coming into your experience that is an unconditionally true love sort of energy that really creates a beautiful shift for you, right? Some of you could be going through some career changes that you're planning, in December or, into like the following year. Your focus is relationships. What stops you from pursuing love? It says ask your crush out on a date, make the first move, open your heart to receive love. For you, I feel like it's more like opening your heart to receive love. Or perhaps, someone's going to be asking you out and it's going to be in springtime. This is in alignment with like that kind of true love timeline. So you are going through a timeline shift. Okay. And so just really honor yourself, be very gentle with yourself here. With the holiday energy, we have wishes granted. So there's a beautiful wish granted, perhaps for you and your family. We have sweet love. So, there's a lot of love there for you to receive and also for you to focus on. Perhaps you are going to be doing that, maybe baking, cookies with family, with friends, with your kids, if you have, children. But there's this sense of you receiving and opening up to receive that sweet love. And yes, it's going to be a bit nostalgic and you might be thinking about memories and things like that. Like I definitely feel there's an emotional wound that's going to be healing. But just remember to focus on and receive also, because you can be in that place of healing, but also be open to receiving that love and support from those around you and focusing on those that are around you that are bringing you that love and support and that inspiration and being, present with them. It's not to say that there's not going to be memories or things that are going to come up, of course. Like that's just part of it all. It's part of the whole experience. But you are creating a beautiful timeline shift for yourself with this Wheel of Fortune. There's a challenging cycle that is ending in December. You've got all this love and support. And for those of you that are single, you're clearing the way for a true love to come into your experience. And you're releasing what doesn't serve you. And you're also inspiring others by the strength that you are showing by, I feel like you're a pillar of strength for your family. You're a pillar of strength for your friends. And your words and what you speak into existence is going to be really important. And like, with our words, we can bless others with our words. We can, speak blessings into other people's lives and things. And I feel like that's something that's really helpful here. But of course, if, you're feeling overwhelmed, you have challenges, reach out to help, for help, reach out to friends, to family, to people who love you unconditionally, to professionals that can assist you. You deserve that love and support, and you deserve this shift in this timeline, where you're going to be up leveling to a much more love-filled, relaxing experience, because it does feel like it's been a bit of a grind this year. So I hope that this brought you inspiration, honored your strengths, and again, receive only what aligns. This may not resonate with you, and that's okay. Just release it. But take the best care of yourself. Really prioritize self-care here. Take space and time for you. Don't fall into the traps of having to people please or everybody else's expectations, because your inner peace and harmony is very important for December. So thank you for joining me, Virgo. Take the best care of yourself, and I will see you soon.